Alrighty. Legend of Dragoon. Let us get into it. So I love this game. It's one of mine and Matt's all-time favorites. It's one of the ones we actually first bonded over. So, playing this again is, it's a little surreal. It got re-released for, not re-released really, but like, they ported it to PS4 and PS5, so I'm playing it on PS4, because I don't own a PS5 at the moment. There's been news and whispers of, ooh, that vibrate though. There's been news and whispers of a possible remaster or possible remake. Kind of just teasing, nothing confirmed, but I would love it if there was. But if there is a remake or a remaster, I really hope they don't get rid of the edition system, because that's honestly what makes this game so fun. You'll see when we really start getting into it, but if you've never seen this game, it came out right around the same time as Final Fantasy VII, which is why it got heavily overshadowed. Didn't necessarily get the attention that I feel it deserved. It's got some jank. It's definitely got some jank, but the animated cutscenes are pretty good. The voice acting is definitely solid, and the combat system is fun. We'll get to that soon.
So this is her.
I've played through this game many times. I've actually only beaten it once, or actually never. I can't remember. It would be a game that I would start playing a lot and get to disc 3 or 4 and then kind of stop, and I did that many times when I was growing up. And as an adult, I would always get distracted after getting so far into it. But the combat system is one of my favorites ever. I always like how he grabs and throws his cape. His armor looks awesome.
Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command.
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
Like, this cutscene looks great, and the voice acting, solid. Because you gotta remember, this came out, like I said, this came out right around Final Fantasy VII, so gotta compare that. Like, I always think it's funny how people say how kind of like derpy some of the pixels and some of the animations look on some of the characters, but then if you compare that to Cloud and his like hoof arms, this game honestly has substantially better animation, but it definitely has some classic PS1 janky pixels at times, where Dart's hand will just be vibrating for no apparent reason. Dart being the main character. Like, yeah, you can totally see the lines where, like, the body parts connect and her hair is clipping through her armor. So, you know, classic old school pixel jank. But that being said, once you see, like, in-combat animation, they look really good. The Green Tusk Dragon, Fairbrand. Here, I'm gonna see if I can't. I'm not gonna lie, this sidebar over here with the chat, this is a brand new addition, and I'd really like this bot chat to be not here. But I'm still learning, admittedly. And I think I have to manually go to Twitch and just clear chat. But I don't 100% know what I'm doing in all these regards. Chance of war, likely. Hope it's just a rumor. Oh my god. Discord, I am not trying to update you right now. Vibrate! I also, the vast majority of my playthroughs since PS1 days were a long time ago have been emulated either through computer or through my phone. So I'm not used to actually playing with Vibrate. Are you a mercenary of Basil? Basil? Answer! What are you doing? Are you drawing a sword against us? Dragoon. The armadillo horses will never not make me laugh. Got them grabby hands. Little spoiler on the boss music right here. About to bounce. Okay. Why are you not cleared? Let's see if I can chat, interact. And the testing came through. I just have it out of view. I'm done. How do I, as the chat owner, clear this chat? Much better. Okay. Sorry for that, guys, but I didn't want the, I didn't really like that, there was a bot kind of just trying to do that and it was on the side of the screen the whole time. Now I've got it fixed. And now we can keep going. What a monster. What a monster! Resident Evil 1, same voice line. Also, the dragon's leg was definitely just clipped outside of the screen, which is hilarious. Who are you? I like how this almighty dragon could not see that we jump behind this rock. He should have an elevation advantage and totally be able to see them behind that rock. But hey, whatever. That's fine. He's just gonna punch the wall with his head a few times and then leave. He's like, I'm out. That sucked. Also, story-wise, that dragon is super close to the town. Thank you for saving me. What the heck was that? It's a dragon. Red text. This is an important word. Dragon. Dragon. But it's strange. That village could have been easily destroyed without a dragon. The text scrolling speed in this game is unbearably slow. That is probably one of its worst offenses. Are you talking about Celis? Those soldiers were... There won't be anything left by now. Celis is my village! Oh my god. That man must be... No, there's no way. You know, I don't know if I'm going to be moving with the analog stick or the D-pad. I really like these moving cutscenes. The backgrounds in this game are gorgeous. Oh my god! Where is everybody? I mean, in the town. And or dead. I don't know why they'd be that far away on a hill. Okay, no. Moving along with the analog stick. Cool. Cool. That feels smooth. I'm wondering how much latency there's going to be on attacks. I'm probably going to whiff a lot of things until I figure it out. It'll be enough if I kill you. The laughing animation is one of my favorites. Me and Matt constantly joke about how they break their back. God, that laugh is so good. Mercenary? A little late for you to show up. Shut up. We're gonna occupy this where these worms are in our way. Were you sent by the Imperial Army? Like, look at those animations. Again, I draw the comparison to Final Fantasy VII. Sure, you can see like where his body parts are connected, but it's not nearly as bad as the hoof arms and Cloud's paper thin like wrists and leg bones and stuff like that. It's none of your business. You're gonna die soon. Not that Final Fantasy VII's bad. I mean, it's great, but I always like how I always just thought the animations were really smooth. They're janky. They're PS1 pixelated and polygon verbs, but like they actually like connect right. And when you do your attacks, so anyone who hasn't seen this game, that square basically zooms in, and as it gets close, you time it, and then you do an attack. And okay, the latency's not bad. I definitely am pressing early, but I expected I was gonna have to press early, so. Later editions might be hard, because I'm used to their timing pretty, like, exact, and I think I'm gonna have to judge it, like, I don't know, 10 or 20 frames early. Are you really Dart? Yes, it's me. Why is Celis under attack? War. Imperial Sandora attacked us. What about the truce? Yeah, suddenly. I didn't imagine they could come to such an outlying area. If only I'd come back sooner. Shanna, rescue Shanna. Only you can. Blah. What about Shanna? Hey, wait. He did. He's gone. Grab his chest. Burnout. Already dead. So these are save points. Go and drop an early save in case some weird stuff happens. Ah yes, my memory card. My PS4's memory card. Obviously I have my classic Mad Catz clear memory card in there. I think mine was blue if I remember correct. I had one of the blue see-through ones. I also had one that had like a button on it that would switch between a green light and an orange light, and it was basically like 2 memory cards in one. It was really helpful. Had a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics saves on that memory card. Tactics, Legend of Dragoon, Breath of Fire, Final Fantasy 7 and 8. Pretty much used up all my memory card right there. I remember at one point I used to always put the games I liked on the second one because I liked the orange light more than the green light. But then when the memory card started going, it really didn't want to push the button, so I had to like work at it for like 5 minutes to get to switch over. I guess Plos was lucky. If only you came back earlier. Yeah, way to guilt trip him. Like, geez, Dart, why weren't you here when the entire army was here? What's wrong with Shanna? She was taken away. Seems Shanna was their primary purpose. Do you know where they went? I like how you can tell that his face is like one solid thing, and his eyebrows, his beard, and his eyes were just painted on like that one thing. Like, they're not separate. That face is just all one. I don't know. Hey, it's Cool Armor Guy. I want to make him talk. It is 1 pixel wide sword. Besting a private is no reason for it to be confident. Where'd you take Shanna? Don't worry about her. She'll be receiving the courtesies of Helena Prison by now. Helena? Surprised her. We specifically invited only that woman. Dude, this cave is cool looking. You must be kidding. You attacked a village only to kidnap Shanna? Exactly, but don't worry. I'll let you follow them. Although not to Helena. To hell! It's classic. Battle at the boss theme. Can I turn this up? Yeah, let's turn it up on my end. Got 2 Knights of Sandora and Commander. So you can see how their names are different colors. This game has 7 or 8 elements. There's fire, which is red. There's water, which is opposed to fire, so they both deal... It's kind of like Chrono, if you've played Chrono Cross. Guy runs away if you kill one. What a punk. So fire and water are opposed. They deal double damage to each other, and... so you both... That's awfully cheeky of you. Wah! Oh no, he too does double slash. It's okay. So yeah, elements are opposed. So, oops, latency. God, I'm gonna be repeating the same thing over and over again until I get my point out across. Okay, let me just... God, the battle theme is so good. This is the boss theme, not the battle theme. Let me get my point off before I continue. So fire and water are opposed. They deal double damage to each other. Wind and earth are opposed. So that's green and orange text boxed. And then light and dark are opposed. That's yellow and black, which he's dark. And then thunder is like a magenta or a purple. It's much lighter than that. And it hits everything at full power. And then there's non-elemental, which is gray. Double slash. The voice lines are so good. They're cheesy in anime, but they should be. Because that's just fun. 9 damage. So another really cool thing with this is guarding heals you 10% of your health, which is kind of awesome because it lets you restore health in battle without needing to use items. I could probably just attack him and finish it, but I wanted to show off that little... Plus, it reduces damage, so double benefit. I love Double Slash. In animation, it's pretty cool looking, but also his voice line is just awesome for it. 2 healing potions and a burnout. And we leveled up, and now we got Volcano! Hey, Matt's saying, I think we had both the battle theme and the boss theme, and the third boss theme, maybe, in our podcast. Your journey's not over yet, is it? No close, it's not. You can count on us. There's enough people who can still move. I wish there was a way to make the text scroll faster. You can tap X to and then hold it to make it auto scroll, kind of. Look at that weird pixel on his head. He had a chunk missing. Yeah, you can hold X to make it auto scroll, but also that runs the risk of you skipping text, which is not ideal. Gonna run over here and grab a thing. Stardust. Stardust is like it's optional and hidden. It has no pop-up like to tell you it's there. You kind of just have to mash X in places. The fire set by Sandora scorched the entire village to the ground. And it's very necessary for really good items, and also a optional super boss at the end. Revenge for everyone! Revenge! These kids are fierce. Stop, it's me. Is it Dart? It's Isha. Both of you have grown up. Dart, Sandora got everybody. I got them. Everything's okay now. I killed those 3 dudes. Actually, 4 dudes. Oh, yeah, one ran away, so 4 dudes. Not everyone was killed, so you have to help the people in the village. I will rescue Shanna. Yeah, this is the text read if I don't press anything. It crawls. I'll get medical herbs. Me too. Most of the time I'm going to try to speed through it because I've done this game's story many, many times. So, apologies if I didn't talk to everyone. You shamelessly came back because you weren't here. Damn. What are you going to do about my feelings toward Shanna? No one cares. Especially Shanna. She absolutely doesn't care about you. Or know your name. Also, this girl is purple. We wanted to ask for help from Indo's castle, but they say there's a guardian living in the limestone cave on the way, and we couldn't go. It's my dude bro, Master Tazman. He Tazes this game. You're Dart. You are safe. I taught you how to use a sword. I won't be killed so easily. But we were outnumbered. I couldn't stop them by myself. At least it's not dead. You already heard about Shanna? I'm heading to Helena. Take a drink real quick, because my throat hurts. Then have a match with me before you go. I want to see if you have the ability to rescue Shanna. I'm gonna say no, because he's basically operates as a tutorial. He tells you how additions work, what guarding does, how to counterattack. Don't be silly. With that wound, you cannot take my sword. With that kind of confidence, I guess I can be assured. I'm going on a journey soon. If you think you need to practice more, ask me now. So, we got a new addition in that fight. We got Volcano! It has 3 attacks as opposed to Double Slash's 1. And it exists, to explain the counterattack system. We'll put on Volcano just to show it off, but I'm specifically not going to use it for a reason that I will explain later. But let's move on. Helena Prison. Here we get to meet Frugal. He's a frugal man. He's big and he chucks people off the walls. I really like how the water's animated there. Water in this game in particular looks really good in almost every scene water is in. That mouse was just a circle. I like the swooshes on the wall from the fire. There's a lot of really small details that just look good. You can tell the animation team worked really hard on like backgrounds and subtle animation. Be good in there. It's Shanna. Who the heck is the girl? You can tell me. The world's future rests on her. That's it. That is enough information for you. Those of you who do not grasp the value should just do what the order says. I'm not taking your orders, only His Majesty Dole can order me. Anyway, you must remember this. Sword. I my sword, since it's like 1 pixel long, or like thick, is just invisible right there. If you make a scratch on her, it'll cost more than your head. That is the message from Emperor Dole. Nice detail in him like falling backwards though. Just chuck this dude off the wall. Ah! Great guy, he just throws his work. Imagine like the workers' comp you have to have for this place. OSHA does not recommend you work at Helena Prison. You could just randomly be chucked off of just a balcony for no reason. Just none. Wonder how many people get thrown off and just die per year. I lost the squirrel. Oh well. The squirrel's literally... Is that a squirrel or is that a kangaroo? These troubled times you have to protect yourself. What do you think? You want to buy something? So he's both operates as the shop and operates as a item tutorial guy, which is kind of cool, because items work in a pretty specific way in this game. I'm going to sell 2 burnouts. You knowing things when you're selling things, it goes back to there every time. There is a limited 32 items, which is not enough item slots. No thanks, I don't need to know how to use items, because I already know. He'll also teach you how elements work, and he'll go through all the colors for you. Healing potion. That box opening sound. So you'll notice that that arrow above my head goes from green to yellow to red. That actually shows you how soon you're about to get into a fight. So when it's red, that means a fight is imminent. Though some screens don't have fights, and some do. So sometimes the thing will be red and you'll just never get into a fight. That means it's kind of just to show like there's tension high, and you could get into a battle. So I'm going to use this tree as healing. As I mentioned, you heal 10% of your health when you guard. So I'm just going to heal up real quick. I could use a healing potion, but I could also just save them and guard. I'm going to be guarding arguably more than I'm going to be attacking in this playthrough, because guarding is just so good. It's really unfair, and I wish more games defending was as good of an option as it is in this game. Because look, you can see, 1, he's dealing 1 damage to me, and 2, I'm healing 6 every turn, and when I get double turns, I'm healing 12 to his 1 damage. So, guarding is very useful. And every time you level up, or anything that raises your HP, like some accessories or equipment late game raises your max HP, that also makes your guard heal more, which is great. So Trent is an earth enemy, which is why his name is that orange. And here we'll show Volcano, or we'll not do Volcano because of this latency. Okay, I really gotta try to account for that. I'm probably gonna be terrible. There we go. Okay, I just gotta hit it like half a second. Not even half a second, like maybe a 1/10 of a second early. But there you got to see Volcano. Kinda want them to counter so I can show what counters look like. Volcano! His voice actor, I don't know what's going on for his voice actor for Volcano, but Double Slash is a much better sounding voice line. In my opinion, that is. Did I not open that? No, okay, I did. Wow, memory of a squirrel. Or a goldfish, whichever. This room always annoyed me. It's not nearly as bad as it looks, but the green arrows show where openings are, like entrances that like lead to other sections, and this is just it loops back on itself multiple spots. Hey, look, it's the enemy with the best name in the game. So we've got Trent the tree ant, and we have you know, battle chicken. Or assassin cock, whichever you prefer. There, so that's a counter, so instead of hitting X, I hit circle, and it goes red. And if you don't hit circle and you hit X instead, like I'm gonna do 90% of the time, the enemy interrupts your taunt combo and deals damage to you. They still take the damage that they would have taken, but you also take a percentage of damage. And I'm gonna mess that up a lot through this playthrough. Just gonna say that now. Not on Volcano, because Volcano is super easy, but a lot of other attacks. Specifically Gust of Wind Dance, Madness Hero, and Rod Typhoon. And Hex Hammer. Jesus, the counter on Hex Hammer is just rude. Chicken has gigantic swords on its feet. The best named enemy in the game. So now that you've gotten to see Volcano a few times, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the difference between Volcano and Double Slash other than the obvious. So Double Slash, you can see, has ADD is 1. I mean, there's 1 addition. Volcano's got 3, because it's got 3 button presses. SP we'll go into a little bit later. Double Slash has more than Volcano. Volcano has 50% more damage, so obviously Volcano right now does more damage, because it's more hits. And every 20 times you do an attack, it levels up and gets a little bit stronger. For now, because damage numbers are so small anyways, we're just going to leave on Double Slash. But I'll switch back to Volcano when I'm about to do boss fights. And I'm also going to mostly use Volcano on Disc 2. Right after I get probably one of my favorite editions. We're gonna get one of my favorite editions, and I'm not gonna use it for a while. It's kind of sad, but it'll make sense more later, and I will discuss that why later. But for now, we're just gonna Double Slash. I think it's terrifying. It's like a wolf unicorn. I have no time to deal with you. Look how derp his face is. I love it. This way, this way. I love how old school or young Dar just rocks that red, like, why can't I do tank top? Leave Shanna alone. Hang in there. I'll get you out of there. The English translation of this game is not the best. It's not terrible. I've seen games with worse English translations. But there's definitely some things that were not done right. Oh no, it's two assassin birds. I don't think I should say its name for obvious reasons, but assassin bird. Double slash. The assassin bird also double slashes me, but with its feet. Yeah, see, enemies have so little health and we do so little damage that Volcano's not necessary right now. So, just gonna do Double Slash for ease of effort. Level up! I think this is the road leads to the prairie. I'm not trying to go to the prairie. Just abrupt music end right there. Didn't even fade out or anything, it just stopped. You can also get into battles on the world map. Not too many though. It's usually just like 1 per area. It's the tree ant. Now that I've got 90 health, I'm gonna guard a few times. Max out my health right here. You can see your health goes up pretty fast. I've literally went from 30 to 60, then 60 to 90, so getting 30 health per level. Yeah. There we go. Almost back up to full already. We don't need to get to full per se, but we'll just do this a few times. Save those healing potions. Sorry about that. There we go. Now we'll kill him. Double slash. Slash times 2. He whips you with his branches. One thing I love about the combat system in this game is, of course right now it's just double slash, it's not all that interesting. But once we get multiple party members, they all have additions, all their additions are multiple hitting, and then the Dragoon system gets really fun. And the additions actually get quite hard, like, I'm hitting all of them 100% of the time now, but later game, that's not going to be the case. Later game, once you get to the really hard ones, it's like, I'll hit them probably maybe half the time, and they're really satisfying getting those hard additions. Each time you feel like, man, that's an accomplishment. And since you need to hit them 80 times to master them, 80 times doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're only hitting them half the time, or even less than that on some of like the master editions, it takes a while. How can I sneak in? It's a really poorly designed building. Like that can't be structurally sound. And it's on the water. Like, what if like a tidal wave hit it? Just tips it right over. I like how the water's falling in the background. I like the smoke coming into there. It looks pretty good. You bought a lot recently. What's going on? It's not the business of a merchant like you. Okay, sorry. Like damn, dude. Just asking questions. Gotta hide. This guy has the worst vision ever. Like, look, Dart's just chilling right there. He's like, nah, you're good. Alright. Seems to be okay. Let's jump in. It's a classic. You pulled a Tifa, just riding into a place in the back of a cart. Look at that weird six-horned elephant thing. That thing is terrifying. It's the elephant rhino. And it's got like plated armor. That thing's intense. Imagine one of those rampaging. I made it. Grab the item that's up here. I think it's just a healing potion if I remember right. No, it's a burnout, that's right. So this chest always annoyed me as a kid because for a completionist or someone who wants to treasure hunt and get all the items, you can't actually get that item until the next time we come here. And as a kid, I searched everywhere of how to get that treasure, but you just can't. There's just no way to get it right now. Who are you? Oh no, I'm discovered. I love how the wardens and the enemies in this place just have beat sticks. So look at that background. Smack. That gratifying smack sound when they hit you.
Double flash.
Both hitting for 5. Okay, are you gonna throw an item? That's fine. I love the sound effects this game, like that lightning sound, that like angry swarm of bees, and the slash sounds. I like how it's not just one like swing, like there's 2 different sounds for double slash. Regular encounters in this game give you very little experience. Like you level up slowly in this game. Like I think at the end of the game you'll be like level 40 or 50. So, and it's like a 4-disc RPG. Be quiet, I'm not gonna kill you. Okay, I won't make a noise. Thanks, merchant. Fight me. Bastard! Could just avoid this fight, but the fights in this game are fun. So I'm not really gonna avoid fights. I don't think I'm gonna escape a single time. It's a button I'm never going to hit. And I can't. I didn't even realize I can't, but I don't plan on it, so...
Double slash.
Because you always want to be fighting, and you always want to be using your additions, because the more you use them, the stronger they get. And you know, get better at doing them too. So there's a double reason to get into fights. Obviously, also there's the experience, because the more you level up, the more additions you have. And the more additions you have, the funner the game is. More fun. Most fun. Maximum fun. Ah! Idle background guy getting whipped in the sound effect. So this is out of order, we have to come back here later. This confused the hell out of me, but I guess they just wanted to show off that, you know, you can do cool jumps and stuff. There's literally no reason for this to be here. Other than just because. I always thought like this board looked like it was supposed to be like blocked off, but you can just run through, so there's no reason for that to be there. They're just there. That's one thing this game did well, or bad, I don't know which one it is, is there's a lot of rooms that exist for no purpose, or ledges that exist for no purpose, just to kind of flesh out the world. Because it's a good theory when you're designing a game or designing really anything in general, that there's rooms that have no purpose sometimes, or sometimes there's just multiple ways to get to places. Everything's not just a straight line, and that's good. Well, some games design things that not everything's a straight line. Others don't. Guard a few times. So yeah, I'm gonna be guarding a lot. It's great to just keep your health up, because money is super tight in this game. Like, even the most expensive things are only like a couple thousand. So it's not like other RPGs where later in the game you have like, you know, 500 million or 500,000 gold. Like, I'm not gonna hit that number through the whole game. I don't even think I'll hit 100,000. Or 50,000 for that matter. You can see fights give like 2. And like, even finding treasures, that's another one that I don't think you get right now. Drives me crazy. It's there and you just can't have it. But like, late game treasure chests would be like 100 gold and you're like, hell yeah, 100 gold. Hey dude, come on. Wow. Wow, the most observant. This is one of the places I was talking about, how the arrow just stays red to kind of show that you're in danger, but there's no walk-based encounters. This whole area is touch-based encounters. So like, the guys see you and then you get into a fight, but if you avoid the guys, you won't get into a single encounter here. Except for scripted ones. But despite the fact that the arrow's red, like the field and the overworld, you can run around all day and you'll never get into a fight. But if the guys see you, they'll run you down, and they actually run slower than you do, so it's really easy to avoid fights in here. I love how this song right here, the post battle thing, is the battle theme, but they take out everything but like the bass and the drums. So you just get that. Solid. And then the boss theme does the same thing. It like fades out the boss theme in a really cool way. Grab me a leather jacket. Dart doesn't wear a leather jacket though. He's too cool for leather jackets. I say jokingly, but actually I really like his design. I like how he's got like just pants and some armor. Like he's not like fully plated out armor for like beginning of a game adventure character. He's got like slightly nimble clothing, but also slightly protective armor. His outfit makes sense. He's also got his non-sword arm covered. It's like a very like logical design. Granted, he's still wearing a glove, but like the arm that he needs to like nimbly be able to move around with the sword isn't fully covered in armor. But his offhand is, so logically he could like kind of deflect blows like that. Hell yeah, 50 gold. And an Angel Prayer is this game's version of a Phoenix Down or a Revival. Which is good because we'll have a second party member here soonish. Second party member and probably my favorite character. Probably gonna want to guard here a few times. Next fight. No, I'll do it this fight. One or two guards. Once I'm into the yellow, that's when I like to do a couple guards just to get myself back up to a good spot. Enemies right now do almost no damage, but later game, and especially the boss in this game, are actually incredibly deadly. I've played this game enough to maybe do it without a game over, but I'm not guaranteeing it, because there's a few fights I can think of, a couple in particular, that doesn't matter how many times I play this game, still could just ruin me. We'll see though. Definitely not going to happen for a while, especially the random encounters. Later game random encounters are actually pretty rough, especially if you're missing additions, like you just can't hit them. That's not ideal. That latency, man, I need to account for that more. Please stop throwing spark nets, my guy. Dart does not have as good magic defense as he does physical defense. Give him the old razzle dazzle double slash. That fist bump battle pose. Hi, I'm about to level up. I probably should have just leveled up then healed afterwards. You really feel every level up in this game. I honestly prefer that. I think I prefer small numbers. It's weird. I used to always like, you know, obviously bigger numbers are better. Bigger number better. But I think the more I'm playing games with small numbers, the more I like them. Move quicker! Not like Paper Mario small numbers, because being at the end of the game and hitting for 4 doesn't feel that great. But you do really feel each, like, 1 increase. Move quicker! Ah! That laugh. Oh, that laugh gets me. You have such bad luck, you'll regret not being killed. What do you mean? You really think you can live comfortably in the jail? The head warden Frugal will feed you to the monster. Oops. Feed us the monster, I won't let you humiliate us. It's one of my favorite lines coming up. Feisty, feisty, the worst kind of prisoner of war, but the best kind of feed. You want to kill me? Kill me now. I won't let him. Dead. Enter best character. Sir Levitz. You bastard, you broke out of jail? Silly guy. I love silly guy. Think you can escape here alone? I'll take care of this. Survive and go back to Indel's castle alive. Tell King Albert! Look at that guy. Knocking over the guard. And then this right here just kicks them both off. I took care of those guys. Dude, you just threw them to their death. I love how casual, like, I took care of the guys. They're supposed to be prisoners, but nah, just throw them off the cliff, they're dead. Is this civil war? Who are you? Are you a dog of Basil too? Basil? Spice Town? Enter Spice Town. Look at Levitz, the triple mega stab. Who are you? I'm Dart, I'm not your enemy. I'm Levitz Slambert. The best name. Slambert is a ridiculous last name. Head of the First Kingdom, Knighthood of the Kingdom of Basil. I never know how to properly... Do you say it like the spice, or does it have some other pronunciation? Back-to-back bros. I really like Levitz. For those who've played this game, a lot of people like Albert more, but I actually like Levitz more. I don't want to go into too much in case case people are watching this if it's their first time. If they are, thank you for watching. I love this game. If I talk about spoilers, I do apologize. I'm gonna try to keep it vague if I do talk about them. But now I got a new party member, and he's got a spear, and I really like his design. I like how he's got like plate mail, he's got like iron greaves. You can tell he's like a heavier character. And he uses a spear. And he says, "Harpoon!" Which is one of the best voice lines. He is a little bit slower than Dart, so Dart's gonna get a few more turns over him. But he does have better physical health, physical defense, and better HP. So he can take some more hits. However, he does take noticeably more damage from magic. Like, almost double damage that Dart takes from magic, so he's not great on the magic defense department. But there are ways to kind of fix that. But sadly, as a result of his allergicness to magic and lower speed, he needs to heal more, which means he gets to attack less, which is unfortunate. Because he does the damage. But look how cool his armor looks. He looks badass. Plus he uses a spear. Nice. 69 experience. Good stuff. I will carry out your wish. Although, it was kind of his wish for them to go talk to Albert. Either way, you said Dart. I can't imagine there's someone who intentionally comes to Helena. What are you up to? I should give them a different voice than just my default voice. I'm here to rescue someone important to me. Do you know anything about her? Her name is Shannon. Not that I do much voice acting, but... You know, I should at least read out the dialogue. I'm sorry, but... I'll look elsewhere. Let's slide. Wait. I'll go with you. I thought you had to go back to the castle as soon as possible. She's important. This girl you're looking for? I don't know what kind of voice he's doing. He's kind of like heroic, but also kind of like not too gruff. I think he's got a more gentle voice. It was my problem. Or it's my fault. It was my problem. I don't know. I don't know what brought you here, but Helena, it's not that easy to go through alone. That goes for me too. Yeah, Dart's idle, like, hand twitching is something that me and Matt always thought was hilarious. And sometimes his face just looks super derp. But I can break out of here together with you. Of course, with the girl. How can we trust me? We've just met. Hands on the hip pose. The raid you made was quite impressive. I trust you to guard my back. That's the way I think. Alright, let's go together. Levitz has now joined the party. So yeah, let's look at, let's compare their stats since they're both level 3. So Dart's got 8 attack, 9 defense, whereas Levitz has 17 and 18. He does have much better, so body is like your stats, whereas weapon is your gear. He's got better of both, so numbers are a little bit skewed. But as you can tell, his 4-4 for body, magic attack, magic defense, whereas Dart's got 7-7. Dart's both better at casting magic and better at taking magic damage. Levitz has 40 speed and Dart has 50, so it's not substantially higher, but 10 speed in this game is very noticeable. Like, very noticeable. And right now, he just has Harpoon, which has a lot less damage percentage than Dart. So Dart's attack is stronger, but Levitz has higher attack, if that makes sense. He has higher strength, but his additions in general are weaker. At least these ones are. Let's not talk about some of his later ones because Gust of Wind Dance exists. But, darn, where is it? Bastard! Let's get into a fight. Let's let him run into us. Enemies right here are kind of just never-ending, but they're super slow, and they take forever to get to you, so you can avoid pretty much all of them. But let's get into one. Let's get Dart that level, and let's do some Harpoon. Harpoon! The voice lines in this game live rent-free in my mind. Dra! Harpoon!
Yes.
Whoops. That's gonna happen occasionally. Even on like the one button presses, I just will completely just. I'll blame latency every time, obviously, but let's be honest. I just didn't pay attention that time. Oh, that spear spin. Level up. I think Dart gets his next edition at, I want to say 7 or 8. And Lavitz, I think it's just at his next level up. We're gonna keep double slashing for a little bit. I just didn't want to fight. Why'd I have to be sent to this hell? The wardens were saying that girl is confined in the second prison tower. Why were they making so much noise about one girl? I don't know. She seems important. Got a spark net. I'll go ahead and use an item next fight to kind of show off how they work. Almost every attack or thing has some sort of minigame or like functionality behind it. So we're not going to do it with Lavitz though, and Dart needs to heal. It's okay. So, for reasons I'll get into later, I don't want to give spoilers to the reason why, I want Lavitz to attack as much as physically possible. So, we'll go ahead and throw Burnout. We'll just throw it on the healthy guy. So for items, you mash. I'm going to start mashing early. The faster you hit X, the faster that number goes up, and... kind of stop for a second. And each like threshold makes the attack build stronger and stronger, so the animation gets aggressively more aggressive. it just gets angrier and angrier looking. When enemies throw, they have like a fixed number. Like his doesn't do the more and more intense, but some enemies will, and some bosses will too. Let's have Dart discard and have Lavitz harpoon these fools. Please stop throwing spark nets. I should have reduced it to 1 enemy before I started guarding. That was a tactical fail. That's fine. At least they're not throwing the spark nets at Lavitz. Because he would take a lot more damage from them. Smack. See, they do 2 to him, or they're doing 5 to Dart, so that defense is pretty noticeable. Durrah. I like the little trill at the end. Sorry, I'm going to hum every song and I'm going to say every voice line because they're just in my brain. Frugal's coming to kill me, Frugal's coming to kill me. Floop is a madman. Help us, save us. Get that 20 G's, my guy. I really like the seamless moving and jumping across platforms like that. It's fast, like you don't need to hit like a button and then wait for a jump animation. Enemy coming down. Who is it? As strong as the throwing like spam button magic spells are, I'm not gonna do them much, and I'm actually gonna sell a lot of them because money. They are really strong, and they're good, but as I mentioned, the more you do additions, the stronger they get. So you don't want to not be doing your additions. You want to be doing them. No, spark down Lavitz. So you'll see he'll take, whereas Dart was taking I think 7, Lavitz is probably gonna take like 12, not 4. Oh, that's right, because Lavitz has better gear. So, just in general, he's going to be taking less damage. Whoop! Messed up the double slash. Fist bump here. That mean mug, that Does Lavitz have better magic defense right now because of his armor? He probably has, like, way better. I think he's got the salad. Yeah. 11 versus 12, yeah. Oh yeah, because Dart's bandana only gives him 2, whereas Levitz's salad gives him 8. So yeah. So your stats obviously go up when you level up, but your speed will never go up. So speed is like locked to a character. However, there are accessories and items that can raise those, so those are very good. Because as I mentioned, especially in longer fights, you will see Dart will be getting double turns to Lavitz, and that's only a speed difference of 10. There's some characters that have way lower speed and way higher speed, and they'll be getting like multiple turns over those characters. But so speed is the best stat in the game. So obviously the characters with high speed are the best characters in the game. That's just how that works. This room is guarded extra tightly. Huh? What about this key? Take it with us. We'll need it if the girl called Shanna is under confinement. Luckily, we found the key to Shanna's cell. It says it on the key. They wrote it on there, just so we know. Why only that girl? I intend to ask that to the head warden. But that's after we rescue Shanna. Come on. Come on. Got stuck on the ground. We can't go either of those two ways. If we try to go over there, it's just like, oh man, there's too many dudes. Not that they would pose any problem to us, but you know, video games won't let us do that. Which sucks because there's treasures that way. But we're not allowed those treasures. It's a dude! A wild dude has appeared. The one thing I want to see in a remake of this game, and I desperately hope if they do remake this game or remaster the game, or do a sequel or something, a prequel would actually be awesome. But rambling aside, I really hope they don't get rid of the addition system, and I hope they add to it. Because if they just make it a generic hack and slash, it would really take out what makes this game this game. Like, I know a lot of people complained about that on the FF7 remake, but you could still feel that it was Final Fantasy 7. It just, you know, had some differences. I mean, it still has a turn-based, and there's always, people say, you know, there's always the original if you want the original. But I really think if they made this game into a hack and slash style, it just wouldn't feel, it would just feel like a generic RPG. It wouldn't feel like the reason to play this game. Yeah. So I really think, rambling aside, I completely lost my train of thought. I realized I was going to talk about the next character before we get the next character, and I don't want to do that, so my brain just kind of turned off for a minute. Harpoon! Never not make me smile. I apologize in advance for all the times you're going to hear me say double slash, volcano, harpoon, etc. because I'm going to say them a lot. It's just like a knee-jerk reaction. Multiple dudes! You are from Spicetown. Let's get him before they make a noise. Yeah. What are you gonna call Basil Spicetown? Basil. Basil. Flavor now. Triple dudes! They bonk sticks. Smack. Imagine you worked at a prison and you had to carry on a beat stick and wear bondage gear. That's some outfit right there. I always wondered if they are wearing like leather straps and bondage gear. Not obviously it's not quote unquote bondage gear, but it pretty much is. Or if they're supposed to be wearing like leather armor and it's just skin tone color. Really hard to tell what the intention behind that outfit is. But chainmail and belts, that's all they've got. Got like a subligard, some kind of weird boot. See, because their boots are the same color, quote unquote boots. They've got like polygon triangles. I thought I missed that for a second. I really like Lavitz, his additions, because they're slow. Not I like them because they're easy. I mean, yeah, them being easier is nice. than the alternative. But I like how they have weight behind them. Like, you can really feel his hits. Which I like about spear characters. The later spear character is very fast, and his attacks are very flashy, but they don't have the weight that Lavitz's hits have, and that weight just feels good. Who is it? That voice. Is that Shanna? It's me. Dart, is that you, Dart? Yes, it is me. Got the text in this game. Hurry up, the guard's coming. Get a little emotional reunion here. Shanna. That derp smile on her face. That's one thing. The faces in this game look real silly. But they looked silly in Final Fantasy VII, and let's not talk about you're the best looking guy, Final Fantasy VIII here, because early PS1 games didn't have the best faces. So you can't really fault the game for it. It's just funny. When me making fun of it, it's not me calling it bad. It's just I think it's funny to look at, especially because I'm on a pretty larger TV here, so it's way bigger than the phone screen I'm usually looking at it at. How could I forget? I think Shanna's outfit looks good. I like the white. It's not like... I like how it's not just stark white. Like, you can actually see like some gradients, and it's like white. It's like pale blue and like off-white, but like a shiny looking white. And then she's got like copper, kind of bronzish shoulders. Looks good. It's a good color combination, actually. You're much stronger than the Dart I used to know. Hurry, the guards are coming back. That's one thing I think the game does really well. The character designs, like their color choice is like solid. Like obviously you can tell each character is the color of the element that they are. That's, you know, just by design, that's just video game logic. Red guy is probably fire, blue color guy is probably water, you know. Brown guy is earth guy. Spoiler alert, Lavitz with his green is wind guy. But you can actually tell that if you go to use a healing potion, Dart's name is red and Lavitz is green, so when you go to heal a character or select a character, you can see what element they're gonna be, or they are.
Yes.
Not to mention Dart's sword has red swooshes, and I think Lavitz, his spear has greenish yellow, doesn't it? My brain just stopped working for a minute. Can't remember. And I've literally been looking at it this whole time. But either way, he's wind. Yeah, his spear has green swooshes. I just like my brain turned off there. I was like, is red as well? No, they're not. They are green. We're gonna knock it down to one enemy, and you know, no, we're not gonna heal up. We'll wait until next fight. Actually, no, I'll get it down to one and I'll heal people up a little bit. I was thinking, because now that Shanna's here, she's coming in at full health, and then we're wasting turns, and her attacking is kind of pointless. We'll get into that very soon. We're just gonna heal up a little bit. I like the little guard animation. Now, Dart puts the sword in front of his face. Kind of defensive posturing. And Lavitz does it as well. See, look at that. Dart's just got like 3 turns to Lavitz's 1. And somehow they're both at 84. Well, not anymore. You mean man, you ruined the symmetry. I'm not gonna go to max, I'll just do one more time for each. Yeah, there we go. And hey, look at that. Same number, I think. Yep, 94, 94.
Yes. Double slash.
Double slash. I really like Dart's voice actor. Volcano, as I said, Volcano's kind of derpy. Like, I don't know what was going on there, because it doesn't sound like any of his other voice lines. Yeah, let's level up. Are you hurt? I'm fine. You can celebrate later. We're still deep in the belly of the enemy. Besides, it's too damp to have a party, isn't it? Can you guess what kind of weapon Shana uses? It's there on the screen. Conveniently, just chilling there. Let's go, Shana. Follow me, okay? Video game prison logic 101. Stash the character's weapon right next to them, so if they break out, they have it. I'm 18 years old now. I can fight too. That's right, she's got a bow. She grew up. She was alone in such a hell-like place. If she was a regular woman, she wouldn't have been able to survive. Of course, there are not that many fools who'd come here to save her. You're both dumb. But Shana of my memory hasn't changed a bit. Sorry about that. Go ahead and hydrate. Drink water, everybody. Say that again. Well, the knight from Spicetown broke out of jail. Look at Frugal's face. Look at that square where his head lands. I mean, his design is kind of cool. Big chunky guy, he's got like a face on his armor. His shoulder is like some sort of... I like how he's got like asymmetrical design, like one shoulder's bigger. It's kind of cool. I'm not talking about that rat. After that, the girl from Celis was taken by the red guy. What? What'd you say? Guess what's about to happen to this guy? The girl was taken away with the guy with red armor. Ah! Just casually dropped him off a cliff. You bastard! Don't let them out alive. I almost forgot the most important thing. Don't kill the girl. That's an order from His Majesty Dole. Aye, aye, sir. Sorry. If you fail, I will behead all of you. Apologies. The red one, I'll get you. I might as well dye everything else red with your blood. So unnecessarily intense. So let's look at Shana now we've got her. Same level as everyone, so good comparison point. Dart is now 8, 10, 9, 9. And he of course still has way more attack, but their stat difference is pretty noticeable in what they're good at. Shana. So Shana's pretty much opposite Lavitz. She has low attack, low defense, low HP, but pretty good magic attack, magic defense. And she has 65 speed, so that's 25 higher than Lavitz. So she will definitely outspeed Lavitz pretty much 2 turns to his 1 every time. Now the thing that really drags Shana down, well, let's switch Dart to Volcano. Addition cannot be used, so, oh nice, his harpoon's about to give up. So as I mentioned, the more you use additions, the better they get, the more you want to attack with them, so her attacking doesn't necessarily get her any benefits. So that's unfortunate. There is reason for her to attack later. We'll get into that later when it comes up. But for right now, her attack will not get stronger. So she's the one you want to be using those items on with. Also her magic attack is higher, so better magic attack. So better reason for her to attack with the items. Did I go... Hello! Okay, I return. So yeah, we'll grab this treasure here. Nice and 20 G's. A sad dude. When night falls, I hear an eerie voice coming from somewhere. It goes, ah, ah. Ah, ah. It's a bird, obviously. Arg, arg. Let's just run back here. Let's get into a fight with Shana, so we can show her off. Bastard! beat sticks. So yeah, Shayna. She's got noticeably less HP, but not drastically. That number will get more apparent, lower as levels grow higher. But her attack, no addition, so no button presses needed. Just shoots an arrow. I really like the animation for the arrow. Actually, it looks pretty cool. She doesn't do much, but she does solid, consistent damage. I mean, if I were to miss additions, then she'd... Okay, like that. She did the same amount of damage as 2 swings of dart, so... I mean, it's not nothing. Of course. That was coming in near the Harpoon for 9. That was getting stronger. I'm gonna miss Volcano way more than I should. Because it's a slow addition. Counter. Volcano! Also coming in for 9 damage. So you can really see, I hit 2 attacks and missed the rest and did 5. Did the whole addition, did 9, so... as your strength gets higher and higher, and then percentages get bigger and bigger, each missed button press is really noticeable. Like, you'll go from, like, your complete attack doing, like, 1,500 to, if you only hit 1 or 2 attacks, like, 300 damage, so it's pretty big. 1 or 2 hits can nearly double your damage. So, now that we rescued Shanna, let's get on out of here. Hey, it's our merchant friend. Oh, it's you. I'll give you a good deal. I don't think we actually need to buy anything. I think we're pretty fine. Nah. So I had to go find something. I had to take a step away. But what I did find is this. There's a little button there. You can't really see the light, but that button would change the memory card from one to the other. I found that. So since I talked about it, I want to show it off. But let's get right back into it. We only have 1 Angel Prayer, and I'd like more than that, but I don't think we're gonna die, so it's fine. Everybody's on edge. Just casually jumped on that ladder. It's fine. It's a short ladder. That's an easy jump, I think. Frugal in his beat stick. You are the red one, acting like a prince. It's Red Man. It's that dude, Red Man. But he's not pull the microphone out. We are to be feed for the pet. Being a feed for the pet. The kitty right here, wanting attention. Rabbits, is this the head word? Hello, by the way. Thank you, Kobu. Shout out to my cat's tail. All up on the microphone. Lay down. Lay down if you're gonna lay here. Oh no, he's gonna get tanked in these cords. 1 second. Here. Yeah. Go on the cords underneath you. Last thing we need is to pull up the microphone and me not have any sound for the rest of the stream. His name is Frugal. He's so bad even the people of his own country are afraid of him. That whoosh sound of the swing. He paralyzed from fear. That laugh animation. Why did you have Shanna taken? I don't know. Emperor Dole said bring that girl. The order was so trivial that I added the new one of the annihilating of Celis. What a dick. Makes it sound like the Emperor's not even a bad guy. Like, he's like, just go get that one girl and leave the townspeople. And Frugal's like, nah, I'm gonna kill the whole town. Just cause. Give this kitty the love. Give him the lovin's. God, boss theme is so good. Alright, Shanna. Shanna's gonna be our item junkie. We'll save those though. Did you jump on me in 2? What a butt. What a butthead. Ha! Alright. Give this guy the volcano. I love the swinging animation, the sound effects. I really thought I hit that too early. Man, that latency is fierce. Shannon should kill him. There we go. Frugal's still not doing much. Completely just whiffed that. What a wimp. Better dudes! Replace the dudes with better dudes! Okay, so I would like Lavitz to be guarding for when these guys die, because they have a death thing that's going to screw him over. But that might actually just alright. Nope, never mind. Well, they are fire elemental. I don't know why I used that instead of the spark. Nah. Tell you what, Lavitz, why don't you guard? And then Dart and Shayna are gonna finish this guy off. Unless these guys have a lot more HP than I remember. That should get him pretty low. Please. I like their double stab. Lord Cat, you are all in the way. Okay. So what I'm gonna do with her is I'm gonna throw a spark net on this guy. Just to kind of get this guy out of the way. Yeah, 194. 19. Pretty good. These should both be. Rock to that. Luckily he was guarding, so didn't do much at all. Can Shadow finish this guy off? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, when these guys die, might as well take you to hell with me. You do an AoE fire attack, which, as you can see, he took 12 damage guarding, so you can really see that magic defense that I was talking about. And I'll finish him off too. Okay. Well, I still finished him off, that's fine. Messed up Volcano, but that's why I wanted Lavitz to guard, because I knew both these guys were going to attack, and if he took 24 twice, that'd be the majority of his HP. Not the majority, but he'd be low, and, yeah. Knowing that he was about to get hit with those twice, I'd rather just him guard 2 turns and lose out on the additions, rather than... Oh my god, Shanna. Your defense is terrible. I'd have to run heal up just a little bit. Frugal's slow enough to where... Look at that choke slam though. Same amount as she's healing. But that's okay, Lavitz is gonna get to attack. Harpoon! I should probably just throw a healing potion on her. Just get her right up already. If he attacks her again, I will. Choke slam. You know what, yeah. Just throw a healing potion there. Well, yeah, it's whatever. I was thinking of saving money, but no, we'll just go into that. I really like the way potions are done in this game. Healing items in general are either they just heal you 50% or 100%. There's no like potion, high potion, X potion, max potion, etc. There's just healing potion, which does 50% of your health, and then there's a better healing potion, which is 100%. And then there's healing breeze, which is 50% to everybody, and healing rain, which is 100% to everybody. It's nice because that means the healing items scale throughout the game, so the basic healing item will always be 50% over your max HP, which is really good. Since you're only allowed 32 items, you don't need to buy like 100 potions and just use 50 of them to heal you, you know, 100 each. You know, when you have 5,000 health, you don't just need to use 50 potions. Just use one for half, and I missed the check. Well, you gotta see what happens when you keep counters. Bonk. Schmack. And a rock. He's getting double turns. Look at 24 damage, jeez. That's why we use the healing potion. Like, it's this angled beard, and I don't know why. Don't worry about it later. There we go. Give him a Love the spin he does. Full body. Choke slam. This is our first really, it's, I mean, not hard. He's slow enough, and his attacks do good damage, but not drastic amounts. But this is the first fight where an enemy actually has, like, an amount of health that they don't die in 2 hits. I disagree, but hey. Later editions are going to be very hard with this latency issue. I was hoping, see, look at the line work on her clothes. It's really good. 4 healing potions and a night shield. And yeah, 300 experience, so you really see how much, that basically doubled everyone's max experience throughout the game. Levitz has got Spinning Cane, but as I was saying, I was really hoping that the PS4/PS5 port of it wouldn't be too noticeable, but it is, compared to the PS1. And even playing like on emulators, it wasn't that bad. Is he immortal? Let's get out of here. Get on a horse, hurry. Quote unquote horse. I think it's not a horse. Keep them from going even if it costs your life. Raise the bridge! Jailbreak! Levitz! That horse. If that was a real horse, its legs would be gone. It would just be shattered bones. Look at 10-foot drop. Bring her back here or you'll be dead. And then we have Mysterious Man. He gets his own music sting. When did you sneak in? Should we tell this to His Majesty Donald? I'll bring back the girl. Otherwise, you'd be dead by now. At least that guy didn't get chucked off a cliff. Everything is going just as planned. Of course. Yes. They don't know they're in the palm of my hand. Classic. Overly edgy. Hi, Katie. Overly edgy bad guy. Anytime things go quote-unquote wrong, they're always just like, yes, I wanted this. But did you actually want your prisoner to escape? Or are you just saying that to sound like I'm big brain villain? So now that we're on the world map and there's only one enemy and everyone's got level ups, we're just gonna guard and heal up. So everyone gets 1 turn. The nice thing about, despite being low speed, is sometimes your low speed characters will just go first, and that really helps. So 1-1 still. I'm actually surprised Levitz got a turn right there. The speed formula is something I still don't understand. Because sometimes your slow characters will just... as the battle drags out, it'll be really noticeable, but sometimes at the beginning of the fight, your slow characters will just get like 2 turns, and you're just like, oh, okay. So now Shanna's outspeeding Levitz, although they're pretty much caught up. Dart's actually... there's another turn for Shanna. Dart's actually, if you didn't know better, you'd think he's the slowest character, because he's got the least amount of turns. Levitz is zooming right now. Okay, 1 more for Dart and I think we're good. I also gotta switch to Spinning Cane. No more Harpoon. I'm also probably gonna switch off Volcano and go back to Double Slash. No, you know what? Let's keep Volcano for a little bit. I gotta get more used to this this slowdown. Not even slowdown really, just like normally you wanna hit it right as the square intersects, and I'm hitting it a good like centimeter off. Which is weird feeling, because if this was a PS1 I'd be missing all these additions. But, you know, whatever works, works. Gotta do what you gotta do. Goodbye, kitty. Okay. Let's check out our new... Jesus, Dart was in big head mode. What the hell? His face was so wide. Also, let's equip that the Night Shield. It raises our defense by 10, so we're gonna give that. Oh, never gave her the leather jacket. That's a classic, my bad. It raises her 4 defense to 7, which is pretty noticeable, and we're gonna give her this Night Shield, which is more physical defense. So, I think she has more than... Yeah, she currently has more physical defense than Levitz, because of that Night Shield. But it's really necessary for her low HP. Let's see. 35 for Double Slash, 11 for Volcano. Yeah, we'll give Volcano to 20, and then we'll stop using it for a while. Actually, yeah. We're gonna switch him to Spinning Cane, which for right now just looks like it's worse, but it has better damage scaling. So Harpoon is 110, Spinning Cane is 100. Technically weaker, but that's just because Harpoon, as I said, every 20 level ups it gets stronger. Also more SP, but again, that's something that doesn't matter for now. Yeah, we're good. Run! Run, Levitz, run! Levitz, can you keep going? Actually? No, we'll keep going for a second. Yeah. You know, we're gonna sit right here, and I'm gonna open the menu. And, so these, the stream is gonna be cut into parts for YouTube. So what we're going to do is, this will be the end of episode 1. These are going to be a little bit longer episodes, because I'm going to be streaming probably for a few hours at a time. And instead of cutting it into like little 30-minute segments, I'm going to do hour segments. So I'll put up the VOD edited with the Be Right Backs and the technical difficulties cut out. So if you, for the future, want to catch the stream, you can, and you get to see all the, the side stuff that is causing me issues. Or you could watch the edited out versions on YouTube. So for the YouTube crowd, this will be the end of episode 1. We got our party members. We're an hour and 45 minutes in, but probably just an hour with the difficulties set aside. So I hope you're enjoying it. Love this game. Love this voice acting. We'll see you later.